everyone, Sandra's Got to Beauty, and it is Sunday night, and I have just come from Ranger, where I was taking Dyan Reaveley's Dylusion workshop for 2 days, and so tonight I am just going to be sharing what we did for the 2 days. If you're watching over on YouTube, I am going to show my little haul and what we did. And then Wednesday, Dyan did give me permission to show everything that we did in the workshop. So I will start with the first day we did sprays. So Wednesday, I'll go ahead and do sprays. And then if we don't finish up with sprays on Wednesday, we'll do that on Sunday. And then the following next 2 classes, we will do the paints. So it was a really great class. If you guys ever get a chance to do this Dylusions workshop, I think she calls it Dylusions Workshop 101. Which is all different techniques. It's a fabulous class. I mean, I learned a lot. I was like surprised at how much I did really learn. So they first gave us aprons. So we each all got a Ranger Ink apron. So that was really nice. And then we did get one of these of her new Dyan journals. And this is one I kept my my notes, if you want to call it notes. As Jean would say, that's not notes. So I have for the 2 days. So this was the first day of notes, and this is the second day of notes. And then I did wash off on some of the stencils on some of the pages. So, so that was really nice. They did give us this bag. This is one of the Creativation bags from, I think from last year, from 2017. So, so we got that. And then this is my little haul from the first day. I did wind up getting her stamps. I didn't have these. These are the 4x4s. So I wound up getting that. And then I wound up getting this one because I love the flowers. So this one's called Anatomy of a Page. I didn't have really a lot of her stamps, but I did like using the stamps and her stencils. I did get the small block. I never had the block, and this is the new one with the holes. And I'm going to have to apologize right off the bat. I did not set up my camera before, so I can't up and down my camera. So you're just going to have to deal with it for tonight, because otherwise I would have had to start all over again. And I don't know how long that would have taken. Yeah, the stamps are nice, aren't they? And then I did get the stencils. I love this one. This one's called Spring Bloom. This is one of her new ones. She had another flower one, which was nice too. You want the block journaling? Yeah, I really like that block. Because I like this one because it's got the holes and the dashes. I did get this one too. The numbers, I didn't have the numbers. Old school numbers. So I didn't get that. Hi, Patty. And I love the border ones. So I think I only got, I'm not sure, I don't think I got the big one, but I did like this little one. And you see where these are lines are perforated? So she says in the big one, she actually cuts those, and she has like, you know, strips of the border. But she said for the little one, it's best to really keep it all together. So, and then I did get in the big one, I only got these two. I couldn't remember if I had this one or not. So I did get that big one, that one. I get the diamonds. Hi, Kathy. Let's see. I get this one with the circles. This one is called Fresh Dots. Fresh Dots. And I did get this one. I think this is one of her new ones. So this is the other flower. This one is Sugar Lumps. She calls that Sugar Lumps. Oh, I hope my focus isn't on. Is it? And this is one of the flowers that looks really good when you spray on top and then flip it over on another page. Oh, this is Spring Bloom still, so I did get that one. Let me see if I can take the autofocus off. I think that's on. Hopefully I can at least do that. Yeah, I can. Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm just not able to move it. I don't think I'm able to move it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I can move it. All right, good. Hi, Lena. And then the only other thing I got the first day were the sprays. So these are her new sprays. This one is Raid Black Lilac. So I got the lilac. I got the peony blush. Love Quartz. Oh, not love. Sorry. Is it love? Yeah, it is love. I thought, no, Rose Quartz. So this is only periwinkle blue. She has 6 new ones, so I wound up getting the 6 new ones because I have her old ones. Mushy peas and vanilla custard. I really like the vanilla custard in her paints. I'll have to go look to see if I have that one or not. And then I did wind up buying the, sorry Eileen, this one with the flamingo. This one says, "I'm working, please kindly go away." And then I did get some of the inserts for that. I like this one with the black. This one's just black, blank pages. So I went ahead and did that. And then these are the pockets. And she has little pockets in there. There's another one with the pockets. You can see that's pockets. And then this one I got is, I think, one with the colored pages. Yeah, all the different colored pages. You have that one? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. You actually have this one. And then I have this other one, the black one. I love the black diary to use with her white pen. So I've never seen, I don't think anybody has made black pages for that. So, so yeah. So I did get that. So that was my first day of hauls, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to show what, the first and second day what I bought, and then I'll go through the journal. How's that? What we did. And then today, we got this. So this was the other thing that she gave us today, were the inserts. So we got these journal inserts. That was part of our, you got both of them? Oh my gosh. See, now I didn't think you bought anything, Flamingo. So I did wind up getting the long, this is the long ruler, because I wind up getting the long stem flowers, and that has the stencils in there as well. Let's see. And I also bought the small one as well. I really like the leaves. And then that. I wound up getting, had her other washi tapes, I wound up getting this one. You're going to gesso the flamingo? She said, just kidding. Just kidding. I did get the washi tape strips. These are the little strips. I got that. And I did get these stamps. I like these. Little flowers. I got that one. I did get this one with the leaves. You'll see that. We did that today. And then I really like this one. It kind of looks like a dictionary page. I think this one's kind of old. So I get those. And then I used, we used these in class today. So I got that one. This one's her new one. This one is Squiggle. Squiggle Small. I did get the Diamond Small. This is the Sugar Lumps. Now, I don't have a cat, but oh my gosh, I did so much stuff with the cat that I just had to get the little kitty cats. They're so cute. I really wanted the small cherries, and they didn't have the small cherries, so I got the big cherries. Oh, I did get this big one. So this is the one where she actually cuts the strip, which works a lot better when you cut the strip like that. And then I did get one of her girls. I think I have the old one, but this one is called, this is named after her daughter, Jay. So, oh, you're going to put a face on top of it? Oh my gosh. Oh, I got that. And then I did get, the last thing I got were the sprays. So I'm not going to show you all the sprays, but these are the new Mica Sprays. Let me see if I could just show you this one here. You see the orange? Now, the one thing she said about these sprays, you know how, we keep the Dylusions like this, right? We keep it straight up. Let me bring you in a little bit more. Hold on. There we go. With all these new mica ones, she says that the best thing to do, and I don't have one of her her things so that you could, I don't have one of these empty so that you could see, but the straws in these, like in Lindy's, I think the straw goes all the way down to the bottom, the spray. And in the Ranger ones, they're about 1/8 of an inch off the bottom. So you're never going to get completely all the way to the bottom. You actually, when you get to the bottom, you have to like actually put a paintbrush in it or use it. But what she says, to think about these mica ones, think of it as a snow globe, right? So you know when you have the snow, it's all at the bottom, and then you shake it up, and so the snow rises to the top. But since the little flakes are heavier than the water, how it just rushes back down, that's basically what these do too. So she says what you should do is keep them on the side like that. So if by mistake you went ahead and just spritz it, that mica wouldn't swoop right up there right away. The liquid would swoop up first, and then it wouldn't clog your nozzles. And then you would have to swish this. You can hear there's a little ball in there. And so let's say I was doing a whole page. So I wanted to do this, the whole page with the Mica Sprays. What you'd have to do is cut say, an 11-inch piece of paper. Think of it as 3 sections, right? So you would go ahead and spray with this. Then you would have to swish this again, because remember, the snow in a snow globe falls back down. So the mica will actually fall back down. So by the time you spray down here, you will have no more mica. You'll just be spraying liquid. So you spray a little bit, swish it around, spray in the middle again, swish it around, and then spray at the bottom. And this way you will get the full coverage of the mica. Now today we did do the mica all on one page, but she would never do that, and it's a lot, but we just wanted to see the color of it. So, you know, you would just spritz it usually just in a few places. I mean, if you want, I like glitter, but still, I wouldn't spritz the whole page glitter. So there's 12 new colors of these. So I know this orange one has like a gold. You see there's like a gold here. And I'm trying to find the other one, the blue teal one, this one. Can you see this? This one's for Patty. This has Patty's name all over it. This one is the Calypso Teal. So you can see that teal in that right there. Oh, this one's a really nice one. I'll show you that on paper. And that was what I got today. And I bought all 12, of course. And it's the same thing with the Dylusions white. You know, the Dylusions white ink spray. So you keep all the Dylusions straight up like this. But the white one, she says, you should keep, facing down for the same reason, with the snow globe effect. So you'll have all that white mica. And I don't have one here to show you. I don't know where my other white one is. And so like that. So then this way, the nozzle only comes up really to like here. So you've got all this free. So if you were like this, if you kept it straight up, all that white powder falls right at the bottom. So it's the same thing. So you have to shake it up, spray your white, shake it up, spray it. So that was one thing I didn't know about the Dylusions, anything with the mica. She says even like for Lindy's, like Lindy's has the mica in it. She said most likely we really should keep those Lindy's horizontal, not vertical. Yeah, that's for you, Patty, the teal one. For that same reason, especially Lindy's, because Lindy's straw goes all the way to, I think it goes all the way close to the bottom. And so it would be a good idea to keep it horizontal so that that mica is laying out flat. So that was a good thing to know. And she said any spray, just not hers, Lindy's, anybody that's got any kind of powder or liquid, it's best to keep those on a horizontal. So laying down. It's best to keep them down like these, store them like that. So she keeps all her little micas in like a little basket laying down like this, flat. So, all right. So now I'll get my book and show you what we actually did. So the first thing, everybody was like, let me move my sprays here. Nobody wanted to mess up their book. The cover, because they wanted to decorate their cover really nice, and she's like, oh no, we're messing up the book right away. So which we did. She had a spray. This was like the first thing. We had spray on the cover so that, oh, you can't see mine, because actually at the end they let us use the Ranger tape. This is their packing tape, and so everybody did their cover at the end. So you can't see all the sprays. My cover was pretty nice. I had pink, and then I had some hearts on there, and I had some kitty cat. I really hated to cover it, but I was like, well, I could always paint over it. Your tattered angels, yes, same thing with the tattered angels. She said too, if they have any type of mica in the spray, they really should be laying down, horizontal. You should keep them in order for not to keep them clogged up. So then what we did was we had to, so she actually signed my book for me. And we actually had to go around just spritz. So we had to spritz the envelope, we had to spritz the front cover. I have to move it out of the way. And then we actually had to go through different pages. Let me pull out my loose pages. So we did really learn a lot. I have to say, in the first 2 days, we really learned a lot. So this was done today. This was done with ghosting. So we had to learn, hi CB, learn how to do the ghosting. We actually got to use the long stencils. I might have to move. Do you have to move out? I think you're okay with that. Here again, we were doing the backgrounds. And I could see how she gets so much done. There is so much paint. You don't realize how much paint is in those daubers. Like, everybody kept loading way too much paint. We probably could have used those daubers all day long without having to go back and re-inking them. There was so much paint. This is one of my favorite pages. Oh my gosh, I love this page. And that's the new color, that vanilla, is it vanilla mustard? I really, really like that color. So this is a nice background. So, and then this was one we did like a patch quilt. So we did this today. Anything with paint that you see, we did today. And now, so now the purpose of this is to go back. Oh, let's do I have my food bowl around here. Oh, let's do a Sharpie. No. Well, it's to go back, and now I would go back here and doodle in here, you know, and do all the lines. You go back in with your white gel pen and do that. So, Jamie. So that was nice. And here was another one using her stencils with the ladies and how she, you know, usually writes in here. So that was that. And I really like this one, the heart border. This is the heart border that we did. Hi, Lori. And then, oh, here's another loose one. This is one that we did today. And so we actually went back. It's like the bleaching technique. So you can see there where we actually went back with a water pen. And then actually she showed us how to actually do this technique of doing that. And then she fills her inks like Jane's mermaid markers. She has them in a water brush, Tim's water brush. And she actually goes back and puts the ink on. It has a little shimmer, the ink. I don't know if you could see it. It's got a little tiny shimmer. Not a lot, though. She's not really a shimmery girl. Let's see. And this was using white. We mixed the white in, so it was like a pastel color. Get rid of this. So that was nice. And then the way that she shows us how to get the background, when I show you on Wednesday, it was like, oh my gosh, I never even realized that. This was putting on a stencil, that. And this is what she calls ghosting. So when we did this with the mask, right, you had black left on there. So then what you did was you just took and put it on a page and then took the baby wipe and then cleaned it at the same time. And so this is what she calls ghosting. So which is cool. Hey, Linda. And then here's another one. So here you can see like how many stencils I use. Like I call this, now this is a nice background. So I've got the yellow, green, and blue. Then I've got this one up here. I've got the birds on here. So definitely, if you need to learn how to do backgrounds, her technique for backgrounds is fabulous. It's like I finally understand backgrounds now. This one, this technique, it's okay. I wasn't too thrilled about this one. but it was actually writing. You know, took the spray, you took the spray out of it, and then you wrote with it, and then you actually sprayed water on it, and then closed your book. And so here you got the markings, and then here you didn't. So it was really, really fun. Here we took some of her, this is one of the extra pages that we actually put in, and it comes with the tape. It's has more sticky than it does than washi tape, and so it's repositionable. So like I could probably repositionable it now today, but then by tomorrow, she says within 24 hours it's permanent, and I could actually lift this book up without it falling off, and it would pick up the whole book. I'm not going to do it now. But then we actually decorated it with the different stencils. So that was fun doing that. And then so here's another one of the backgrounds. But now it looks like a background. It's got the little cherries, and we did the mask on top. And then if there was plenty of ink like all around, I wish I would have brought extra tags, because I would have swiped instead of just washing that away with the paper towel. What she calls it, the kitchen roll. It's not a paper towel, it's a kitchen roll. So in here, as you can see, we had to go through certain pages and just spritz on them so that we wouldn't have a blank page. And then so here's another one. Like I use the kitty one a lot. I don't know why I like the kitty one. And then there you can see is a little tiny cherry one. The bright colors, yeah, her paints are really bright. And I can see, look, like I even washed my hands. You can see it's a little bit, but it's really not that bad. So this is like when I had paint on a stencil, I would just flip it over to a page and put it on there. Hey, Carrie Ann. And then this is the same one. So I try to, if ever I had a stencil, I try to put it off on another book. Here's a nice dark one. I figure I could put a nice little mermaid on this page. But it's the same thing. So I actually have the cherry. I've got the flowers on here, and I've also got cherries on there too. But you'll be surprised how much ink. I just can't get over how much ink we actually had to put on here. My camera's a little crooked. And then here's a really wild page. I used every stencil, whatever stencil I used today, I put on this page. So you can see here's her squiggly one. There's a squiggly one there. There's the little circles. There's the bubbles, kitty cats, the little hearts. So this was a fun page. You found it to keep up with this class because you work slowly. Yeah, there was a couple ladies that worked a little slow and or getting, not falling behind, but they kind of gave up. They didn't do the whole thing. This is a good page. I've done this before in one of her classes where we've made pockets. So we made pockets out of this one. And you put the tags in there like that. So none of the pages have gesso. No, she does not work with gesso. Nope. So this was a pretty nice page. And here's another one of those ones with the technique where we actually worked with the spritzer and then sprayed water on it and closed it like that. So that's not my favorite. I mean, it looks okay, but not my favorite. And then here's this one that I really liked. I should have probably got this stencil instead of the other flower, because you see once you spray it how nice it looks on the stencil, how it looks when you flip it over. And then we did this. We actually did the leaves today, so she showed us how to do that. And then it's hard to see, but we kind of ghost the leaves in there. You see the leaves right in here. They're ghost in there. You like gesso, so you would have to gesso mine before. I don't think those sprays would work with gesso for hers, Jean, if you did it. I don't think these techniques would really work for gesso. I'm going so fast you can't keep up. Well, I'm going to go through it all on Wednesday. We're going to do it slow. I'm just kind of just showing you quick, plus because I'm really tired. But, I'll take you through the techniques like we did, and I'm not going to rush it like I am tonight, so. You Westley's paint and stuff. But not really, Jean, because what happens is you do other pages with the ink that's left over. So it's not really wasting it. Like, for instance, when I did this, I'm sure I stamped it somewhere else on the page, on a couple of pages. So, yeah, she does not work with gesso at all. And there's another page with that. And then we did the border. You've seen this in her books. I'm also she had all her journals there, and I took a lot of pictures of her journals. So probably tomorrow sometime I'm going to put it on my blog so that you can see some of her pages. So I took a lot of pictures. So if you want to go over to my blog, say Tuesday will give me time to do it tomorrow, scrapstobeauty@blogspot.com, and I will put all the pictures from her journals on my blog if you want to see it. So, yeah, Dyan, what'd she say? Dina Wakely, she uses gesso, and she calls that her panties on the page or whatever. And so Dyan Reaveley doesn't use gesso, so she says she goes commando. Oh, yeah. Well, that's right. But see, like, I don't really I don't do a lot of collage, but I love the way she does the backgrounds. Like, I wouldn't mind doing a background the way she taught us to do the background. And then that's the same thing. We had to just spritz pages. Let's see. I really like this page. This one's pretty cool. So you can see I use the cherries. I use alphabets on this one. I use that flower. So here's where the flower one is. And then when I sprayed it, I wiped it off on here. You can see here and here. And then where's that one with the flowers? One we just passed. I can find it. Yeah. I just showed it to you guys. Where is it? And that was the other problem too. I had to keep going back and forth to find out what page I did on what. Well, I can't find it now. But you know what I mean. Why can't I find it? I just had it. Anyway. So I sprayed it on here, and then that's how I flipped it over on that other page and got that. And I was surprised, like this is black on here. So when you spritz that black on, I mean, it is pitch black. It just looks like it's going to ruin your whole page. But then when we squeeze this over like this, you can see the black's really more like a charcoal. It's not really black, not like black like this. But when you spray it on, it is black like this. So that was kind of interesting to see. So see here. So here's the alphabet. So I must have sprayed the alphabet here and then flipped this over, and then it got this on this page. And then here again, we had to spritz that. So this is what we did today. So we used the mask here, covered this all up in black, and then took the mask on this side and then wiped it off with the paper towel. And so you can see now, so that's the reverse. So that was a pretty cool technique. And like she said, she either writes in here or she'll go back over this with black pen. She might doodle in all these little spots. So that was kind of cool. And it's like this. This was a page that I really didn't like. It was like black and pink, and I didn't like it. But it looks so much better now that I've covered most of it in black. You like to get messy? So I'm excited. Oh, that's good. Yeah, the spraying, I would have to say, was the messiest, and that was yesterday. So that was really messy. And you can see, like, because it gets everywhere. So it's not like you're going to be able to say, oh, I'm going to just keep this page, it's just going to be on this page. No, it goes everywhere. It goes on the book. It goes in back of the book. I mean, it goes on the sides. You can see here. It goes all over. So it seeps through in here. So you can't really, do much. This one I like. This is the same one too. So here it was, you could see I sprayed the yellow and the flowers, and then I flipped over the stencil, and so you could see the flowering here. But now this looks like I have lots of layers. Like, I never did layers before. Did she supply the book? Or she supplied the book. This was a brand new Dylusions book, and now you can see it looks wrecked. But she says, think of it like this. When you're doing your backgrounds, think of it like a a turkey club sandwich, right? So you've got the bread, then you've got 1 piece of lettuce, then you've got a slice of tomato, then maybe 2 pieces of turkey, and then maybe a strip of bacon, and then maybe another piece of bread, and then another layer. So you've got all these layers, 10, 15, 20 layers. So that's what you have to think about your background. So if you're making the sandwich and you put 5 pieces of lettuce and 2 tomatoes, well, you've already made your sandwich too thick that you can't really add any more layers on there. So I thought that was a really good analogy of thinking about layers that way. So you do have to start, and that was my problem, I think. I would start too heavy-handed with the layers, and I couldn't build up to the layers. And so she says, too, that your layers, if you see on here, they have to be thin, not thin, but light, because otherwise then they become the foreground. So you can see here, this here is very light. Then you can see this one is very light. This one's kind of light. It was kind of heavy-handed here. And then I got heavier-handed here. So if this would have been lighter, it would have been kind of like all one background, and you would have had to really look for the layers. Where now this is kind of a little bit of a forefront because it's dark. So your eye is drawn right to these spots right here because it's dark. So, that was a really good tip, I thought. The other thing she said, too, for color theory, because I don't know why. And that was the thing she said. When everybody was in the room, she says, well, turn around and look at everyone. She says, you all know color. You got dressed this morning. You don't have anything on that, doesn't go together. So you do know color. But you just don't know color once you think you don't know color once you start journaling, which is so true. And then she said, and that's why she keeps, when you go to her class, you'll see she keeps all the warm colors in one basket and all the cool colors in another. And she did not let us use, one table would have the cool colors, one table would have the warm colors, and then we would switch. Was, really got you in that frame of mind of just keeping in that color. And she would pull out, the purples. Purples can go in there, but you just can't throw them in there right away. So I'll explain all that on Wednesday, but I'm just kind of giving you a quick overview of, things that she said. Okay, Jean. And it's the same thing like she said. Think of when you're drawing a bath, or when you're trying to go get water out of, to make coffee. So the warm colors is going to have the red nozzle on it, right? So that's the hot colors. And then the cold water is blue, and so that's all the cool colors. So that comparison of trying to, showing us that, I thought that was a pretty neat way of describing it. And then let's see what else. This was a really good technique too. We did kind of the squiggle behind there, and then we masked it, and then took her paint pens, not her paint pens, her water brush. She put her her sprays in the water brush, and then we went ahead and painted that. So it was a pretty cool technique, like a stained glass effect. And then she says sometimes she'll outline this in white, or she'll doodle in each one of the spaces. So that was a cool technique. I really like this page, and then I ruined it with the gold. I like the sprays when you mix it with white, and that's what we did on this page. But look at that mica. There you go, Diane. You see that? This is the tangerine, and I had blue on my stencil, so that's why it looks green there. But look at that mica right there. Those mica sprays are like something else. The little journal, everything is Dylusions, yes. You like the gold on the page? Like here, look, you can see the gold here. Look at it. Look how bright that mica is. The micas are like, wow, I can't get over how shiny they are. I have to get some water, hold on. Diane says, yes, I'm excited. Yeah, the micas are super pretty, but that's the way she uses, just the spritz here and there. Night, Debbie. And I'll show you the pages where I actually did full-on mica, but it's just so that we could use the sprays. And then I still have like 4 or 5 more pages left. All right, so these are our loose pages. Sorry. And this one, I kind of like this one. Kind of the pink, spray pinks. And that, again, was just taking the baby wipe. So when I used it somewhere else, I just put it on another page. And then I got the light and then went back in every time I used a medium dark, color. Hey, Jen. I got your email. I saw it. So, yeah, it's getting exciting. Only a couple more months. 2 months. All right. And then, so here are my light pages. And that was the other thing, too. We had to rip all these pages out of the book. Oh, my God. Everybody, not everybody, a lot of people were like, I don't want to rip them. I don't want to rip my pages out of there. So she took out a big bundle of straws. And she says, if anybody else says that they don't want to rip a page out of here, I'm going to give you this straw. You're going to suck on the straw and then be over with it. But yeah, we had to tear out, I think it was like 14 pages we had to tear out. But see, like, look at this. I love this background. Now, you're excited? I know, me too. I didn't think I, would be able to do backgrounds this quick and this nice as the way she shows us how to do it. I mean, it's so quick. So that was one of my favorite ones, that one. And then this one was the same thing, was just a baby wiping it off and then actually doing the stenciling again. Not one of my favorites, but this one was a cool one. I like this one. And you could see now how light, it looks like it has depth now because I finally got the right pressure so that I didn't put it on so dark. So now I could have gone in with one more stencil, would have been a little bit darker, and this page would have been like just something like hers. This one's another one, just kind of this is one where we stamped and then we doodled over the stamp. That was that. This is the combination I didn't really like. This was the brown, I think it was brown mixed in with this. I didn't really like that one. And so that's the one I covered up mostly with black. This is one that's mixed in with white, so it looks more like a pastel-y color. So, what is that? Just reading the chat for a second. Oh, the flight, yeah. And so this one's another one. So now this one. Now here is a mica. Can you see right there? This is the teal. I think the Calypso Teal. So you can see the mica right in there. I'll have to show these to Janet. And there you can see there's the mica. Right there. And that was the other thing with the mica spray. You know how you usually spray? So let's say I sprayed it on the stencil, right? So if I was to put the mica, spray it on here, and then flip it on here, and you leave it for, not long, but I don't know, 10, 15 seconds, you take the stencil off, and then you don't blot it right away. You want the mica to settle into the paper, so you don't want to actually mop it up because you will take most of the mica away. So with the mica sprays, you do have to let them sit in the paper a little long. Not long, but 10, 15 seconds. And then go ahead and take your kitchen roll and then run over it. So, Lauren. So that is really pretty. That's the teal. And this is the same thing. I was just wiping off stuff that I had. This was another one. I was sorry that I had put this on here because I really liked the way that this page was. So you can see, I really like that part of it without the black on there. And then I kind of ruined it with that. Plus I was off. See how far I was off? I was good up here and then I was off. So, but this is like, these pages, like she says, to make a little journal book. I mean, this would be cute, like a little journal book, All right, here. Oh, I'm going to do the micas last. I don't know where my other mica pages. Oh, I got to get them. They're in the other thing. So then here, this was the same thing. We put the stencil down, spritz the stencil. We really want the spray to be on the stencil, not so much on this. And this is her, I think it's called stained glass. This one's a nice one too. Now you can see here, this is there's a design on here, but it's just from the Bounty kitchen roll. They have like these diamond shapes, and so that's all from the Bounty. Sometimes you can read the word Bounty on there. She said her favorite kitchen towel really was Viva. And same thing here. You can see the kitchen roll right here. So that is actually from the paper towels. And then here's those strips of tape, the tape that we put onto the, add the extra pages in. So actually just stenciled in these. So you can see that. Oh, I wouldn't mind going to Brisbane. And then here's the same thing. Here's the black. I mean, when we sprayed this black on there, it was like, oh my God, I'm ruining it. But you can see the black actually turns out to be more like a charcoal. So now where is Happy Dyan? Because she wants to see these mica ones. So let me get the mica ones out. Yeah, I would definitely go up to Brisbane. I'm really excited to go to Melbourne. All right, so let's see. Here we go. So here, now remember this is all sprayed. We used the whole page, but you wouldn't really do a whole page with the mica. But so now here you can see there is. Let's see if I can get this to show up. There is the blue. See the blue mica there? You're here. She's holding her breath. That's the blue with the mica. There. Then this one is the lime green. Oh, if I can get that to show. The lime green kind of has a gold in it, but you really can't see it that well. That's that one. Let's see if you can see it on here. There, right there, you can see it. See, it has a gold in it and the green. So each mica has a different color, like the greens and blues have like a blue tint. Here you might be able to see on this one, that one right there. See it? It's got a yellow gold. I'll sign it, Jen. And there's the blue again. You can see the blue right there. And it's a lot brighter too than it's showing up on my camera, but they are really mica. They're really shiny. So that's the blue. And then this was, after we sprayed, this was like the, slap and dragging, like Dee Dee does. So here you can see. So there you can really see the gold on that one. So that's the gold. There's the blue, teal. How many are in the micas? There's 12 different mica ones. 12. So there you can see the blue there too. Yep, 12. That's right, Sherry. So that's the blue. And then, so we actually did that. We did, 3 sheets of the blue and then 3 sheets of the red. Wait till you see this gold on here. Oh my gosh. So here is a tangerine, and look at that gold. It's so pretty. You can see that there. The gold is like, and that tangerine, the gold is like, oh my gosh, it's awesome. You can see that there. That looks just like one whole sheet of gold. Can you see it? And then here is the pink. I don't know if you can see, that's like a fuchsia pink right in here. That's the pink. Right in there. Don't pass out, Dyan. Don't pass out. Put you some smelling salt. And here you go. You can see it again. So there's the gold. And here you can see that hot pink right in here. She's hyperventilating. Give her some salt. That one. Yep, Yep, Mica lovers as well as sticker lovers. Jen is right. And there you can see that one with the stars. Diane said, she squealed and I scared my cat. They're super vibrant. Look at that. That tangerine one, I think, is the best one. It has so much gold in it. Oh my gosh, so much gold. And then here is, I forget what color this purple one is, but can you see the purple? Right there. Look at that purple, the shine in that. Right there. There's the gold again. There's the pink. And this was the mop-up one, you know, where I just kind of mopped it up. Let's see. So there you can see the purple really well right there. There's the purple and the gold. There. I think that is it. Again, there's the purple. All right. There. It's pretty, isn't it? So, that is it. So on, you guys have any questions? It really was a good class. I mean, and most of the class was made up, there was, I don't know, 5 or 6 of us right from this area, and most of the people, believe it or not, were from Virginia. Virginia, one girl drove in from Boston. One girl was from Nebraska. I think she was in this area already, and so, her name Bonnie, it was her birthday today, and we actually had a birthday cake for her. Yes, so mica would be the very final layer. Yes, it would. Yep. And like I said, the only reason why we did the whole page was because she wanted us to see, you know, what the micas really look like. You really wouldn't, you would just add a little touch here and there. So Wednesday we'll, if you have Dylusions, get your Dylusions out, and I'll go over the different, did I show you the washi tape? I think I did, right? Or washi tape. So we'll go over how to actually spray it and get the background. You're not going to believe how much spray that you really do need. So, yes, it was. Yes, it was, Dorothy. Yes, it was. But it was worth it. For me, it was worth it. I'm really happy that I learned the backgrounds. I think I have finally now the understanding of color. Like, definitely I'm going to separate because what happens is when I have all my sprays in front, and you're just busy, you just want to pick whatever, you know, you don't think about the color wheel really. So, you know, as I'm pushing the orange and yellows around, you know, I'm like, oh, I'll just pick a green, you know, and then all of a sudden you've got mud. So I'm definitely going to do that, put my warms in one basket and my cools in another basket. And this way you know that, you know, you work from that one basket. When it's all dry, yeah, then maybe you can pick and choose to add an accent color. But pretty much you stay. Whatever she says, if she stays in the warm family, she stays in the warm family. She hardly ever crosses over to the other one. So, and that's why all her backgrounds look fabulous, because she doesn't make mud, you know. So you guys have any questions? I definitely have to go. I am like beat. So I said, so get your Dylusions book, or, you know, whatever sprays you have, and then I will show you. Make sure you have plenty of baby wipes, a kitchen roll. I'm trying to think what else we need. Some stencils, and so we'll go over that. You didn't check your passport? I had to check my passport, CB, because mine ended right in the middle of the trip, so I had to renew my passport. So yeah, so it was really, really a great class. And so hopefully I'll be able to take her part 2 class when they ever offer it. And I think they're going to try to get Dina Wakely to come there. And, well, come there. They, you know, they work for Ranger. So they're going to try to do Dina's class there. And I think Wendy's class. And I would imagine, who else is there? Dina, Wendy, I guess the girls. I don't think Tim really goes there that much anymore. And we did get a tour of the factory. That was a really cool thing when we first got there. We were able to go through the the whole factory and see how they did the wrapping and how they did the, I think they were filling up alcohol inks at the time and daubers. So we got to see them actually hand put the little felt things in the thing. So, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, so definitely we will play with sprays, Dylusion sprays on Wednesday. So, and then don't forget to check my blog. I will put all the pictures that I, shared from her journals. I'll do that sometime between tonight and tomorrow. But so just check it out on Tuesday, and then you can see some of her pages are really nice. So have a good weekend. I will probably see you at Dee Dee's tomorrow. And then, oh, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Yeah, and if you have any questions, just ask me on Wednesday. If I can answer them, I will. And again, I have to give a big shout out to Dyan for letting me able to show you guys what we learned in class. So it was really nice of her to do that. So, all right, bye, Jen. All right, good night, everyone. Night, Joan, Dorothy, Eileen. Thanks for putting up with the flamingos. You might have to put up with a few more. I have one of these flamingo clips I found, so I put that on there. And I have found some of these cute little flamingo brads. All right, so I shall see you on Wednesday night. Night, everyone. Have a great week. All right, good night.